Good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa, and this is SIP, which stands for Spirit and Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's show. I am so grateful to be with you all today. And we are in a new series that we started yesterday, Manifesting Our Dream. I want to say, I want to change the I want to change the our to your. So manifesting your dream. All right. There we go. And then I asked the question, what dream are you manifesting in your life? So that is the question that is guiding us this week for our Manifesting Your Dream series. What dream are you manifesting in your life? So, yesterday, just to recap, I shared a story from Science of Mind magazine, Daily Guides, written by Reverend Dr. Ron Fox. And he shared this story about a man having a dream and really a nightmare. And at the foot of his bed was a monster. And the man asked the monster, "What are you going to do to me?" And the monster replied, "I don't know. It's your dream." So that's the question. We get to decide. So, what are you deciding about what is going to happen next in your dream, in your life? Because we get to decide. We get to decide what happens next, what we do next. And I gave y'all some homework. So, y'all let me know if you did any of the homework. The homework was to set an intention to dream. I often hear people say, "I don't dream." But really, you probably just don't remember your dreams because most of us do dream. So set an intention to dream and to remember your dream. And then I advised you to have something handy that you could write your dreams down as soon as you wake up, because the more you move around, especially if you start talking, the dream, the details of the dream starts to fade away. So I did this last night. I set an intention to dream and to remember my dream. Now, I'm a dreamer. I dream pretty often, and I would say I remember about 75% of my dreams. I remember. So I set the intention to dream, and I had a bunch of dreams last night. But the two that I remembered, I was dreaming early, early in the morning. And I felt like all of the dreams I had this thread that kind of was woven through all of them, a thread woven through all of my dreams. And one of the dreams that I had last night or early this morning, I was in a nail salon, and it was kind of like one of those fancy, let's just say it was like a fancy nail salon. And I wanted to get a manicure. And the worker says to me, "Do you have money to pay for the manicure?" And I was like, "What?" And then the worker says, "Well, you're going to have to pay before we do the manicure." So I went off in the dream. I went off in the dream and I was like telling them off and calling them racist and all kinds of things was happening in the dream. And then that dream kind of ends. And then I find myself in another dream. And it was kind of the same thread, this thread of racism, systemic racism, white supremacy. All of my dreams kind of had that thread moving through them. So when I woke up, I was like, huh, that's interesting. Just given what is happening in the world and has been, but feels very, very much heightened right now. This collective consciousness around separation. Let's just call it separation. And so I was like, okay, so I need to do more to fortify myself from that energy because it was clear that I'm taking in some of it because of the information that I received from my dreams. So that's the invitation. The invitation is to regard our dreams as information and insight that we can use, when we're wide awake, right? So manifesting your dreams, if we can regard it as our dreams giving us information that we can use, insights that we can use in our waking hours, directed towards the things that we are desiring to manifest in our lives. So continue that. Continue setting an intention to dream and to remember your dream, capture your dream, and then see what comes up for you because you are the best interpreter of your own dreams. I know because I would do this as well. I would share my dream with someone and then ask them what they think it means. But in reality, that's fine to do. But in reality, the truth is you are the best interpreter of the information, of the insights that you receive through your dreams. Okay? So the other thing that I shared, but let me say this about the dreams I had this morning. So I was writing about it, and that's another thing. You could use the information from your dreams for your inspirational journaling and ask for guidance, right? Ask your higher self, your inner self, your intuition, the God in and through, and ask you, ask that part of you what it means. What is it for you to interpret? And so I did that in my inspirational journaling this morning. And what came through as guidance is for me to use my voice more, And I said, okay, well, what does that mean? Because I'm not one to, I'm not like a protester in the traditional sense of the word. And so I asked for, could you please clarify? And so what came through was use my voice as love more, to use my voice as peace more, to use my voice as joy more. So I was like, okay, yeah, I could do that. Because in my dream, I certainly wasn't using my voice as love. I was using my voice in anger. And so it was just really good information for me. So yesterday, I shared with you that today I would share a story from a dream that I had a really long time ago. And I've always, as long as I can remember, had very, very vivid dreams. Some of my dreams would feel as if they are actually happening. And sometimes I will wake up and it would feel like waking up was the dream, and the dream that I was really having was really my life. I don't know if anyone's ever had that experience. And so I've always been very, very much aware of that. And I've always been very interested in my dreams. So a long time ago, I was probably in my late 20s. Yeah, I think maybe in my late 20s. I went to see a Yoruba priestess. So Yoruba, if you're not familiar, is a African religion, philosophy, a way of being in the world. And there are people who are gifted with insight and deep intuition and knowingness. And so I went to see this woman. Her name was Marixa, and she was a Yoruba priestess oracle. And a number of my friends had gone to see her. So I got really curious and I was like, okay, I want to go see her because I was in a relationship and I was having some doubts about the relationship. So I go to see her. And as soon as she opens the door, I recognize her. Now, I have never seen this woman before in my life. I recognized her from being in a dream that I had a couple of nights before. So I'd never seen her. Even my friends who had gone to see her didn't describe her to me. They just shared a little bit about what she told them, but none of them described her. I knew she was Latina, and that was it. I dreamt this woman, and a couple of days later, she is opening the door, and I'm seeing her in real life. So I must have had like a surprised look on my face because she said to me, what's the matter? And I said to her, I dreamt you the other night. So she said, oh, okay, like unfazed by it. So I go in and, she sets up and she used tarot cards. And, we're getting ready for the reading. And she stops and she's just looking at me, right? So I look back at her, right? So now we're just like looking at each other. And she asked me, why was I there? She was like, why are you here? And I said, for a reading. And she said, all you need to do is listen to your dreams. That's it. You already know. I don't have to tell you. You already know. Listen to your dreams. And then she said, we could go on. I could give you a reading, but I'm telling you, you are a dreamer. Listen to your dreams. But y'all know what I did. I wanted the reading, right? I said, yeah, that's all good, but I want the reading. So she did the reading and it reconfirmed things that I already knew and things that had come up in my dreams. So it was just confirmation and validation for me. And then it was up to me to decide what I was to do next, right? Just like it was up to the man in the story that I shared yesterday, when the monster said to him, it's your dream. You decide what happens next, right? So when we are consciously manifesting, consciously and deliberately and consistently manifesting, which we are doing all the time, but not all the time are we doing it consciously. Not all the time are we doing it consistently. Not all the time are we doing it intentionally, right? So manifesting our dreams is an invitation to be conscious about what it is that you are manifesting in the world. Yes? All right, so let me check in with y'all. So I know there's been something going on with Facebook. So I'm hoping folks are able. I see you, Fee, on Facebook, so I guess it's good now. So Fee said, I set my dream intention. I got to bed after midnight and instantly fell into dream mode. It was so magical. I intended to remember it. I only recall books, speaking, and being in the energy of leadership. It felt beautiful and felt like I was in my zone of genius. Yes, Fee. Yes, I love that for you. And then Fee, you also share, I too have dreams that feel like my dream is my real life in this plane. The right here and right now is a dream. Come on, let's go. Yes, Fee. I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Your dream share all sounds normal and familiar to me. Yes, 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 yes. So let me know, y'all. Set your intentions. Dream your dreams. Remember them. Write them down. And then ask for clarity. Ask for guidance. Ask for what is next. Is there anything for me to do in regards to the information and the insights that are coming through in my dream? And trust your interpretation. Trust your information. Trust your intuition. All right. All right. So I think that's all I wanted to share. Let me just check my notes. So the other thing Marixa, the Yoruba priestess, said to me is value your dreams. So I'll say that for all of us. Value your dreams. Value them. Your dreams are worthy and they are abundant for our lives. So value your dreams. Value them. All right? All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. So today is Wednesday, and I just want to remind everyone that we do not have our community cafe tonight. Community cafe is on hiatus until September 2nd. So we will return September 2nd with visioning for our community cafe, which is a free offering from Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I am the spiritual leader. Some other information I want to share with you all. A couple of weeks ago, I had my dear friend Deborah Riva on, who is an artist, and I was at her home in Greenport, Long Island, and she was sharing about an art exhibit that she is in as an artist and that she curated. And so that art exhibit is happening this weekend on Saturday at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's happening in Riverhead, New York, 2746 Sound Avenue in Riverhead, New York. It's at Spirit's Promise, which is a beautiful, I haven't been there yet, but it's a beautiful horse rescue. And the horses do therapy with people. My girlfriend Deborah has gone and she said it's magical. So that is where the art exhibit is taking place. The opening reception is this Saturday, 4 to 8 p.m. So please come if you're in the area. It's going to be magnificent. It features 5 local artists, including my girlfriend, Deborah Riva. Now, that's Saturday. Let's jump to Sunday. Sunday, we are in person at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, and we will be at the Angel Nyack. So this is a new space that we've been trying out for the first Sunday of the month. So this Sunday, August 3rd, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, join us at the Angel Nyack in Nyack, New York. We kick off our August theme, which is On the Wings of Love. And my topic this Sunday is Love's Ascent. Love's Ascent. So you can follow us at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living on Facebook and on Instagram. You can go to our website, rocklandcsl.org, for more information. I hope to see you if you are in the area. Also on Sunday at 10:30 a.m., I do a replay of what I call the other SIP, Sunday in Praise, where I share an inspirational sermon. So you can also tune in for that. Please mark your calendars for the next meditation with the full moon. That will take place on August 7th. There we go. August 7th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We do a full spiritual practice with the energy of the full moon. And I'll probably be using some of this manifesting your dream energy for the next meditation with the full moon at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. As a heads up, I will be going on hiatus with SIP starting on August 11th. So starting August 11th, there will be replays of classic SIPs. So I will probably replay some of the SIPs from 2020, the first year that I started doing morning SIP with Rev Melissa. And I will return on September 2nd with a live show. So wanted to make sure to give you all a heads up for that. So lastly, I've been shouting out Sekou Writes because Sekou be writing, y'all. Sekou be writing. And he has written 2 new books that you can pre-order now. They are Little Sekou's First Dollar and Get Rich 101 by Sekou Writes. So you can grab those 2 books, pre-order them now, and they will be released, I believe, on August 9th, I think. Regardless, pre-order the books now. Okay? All right. So that's all the joy news I have to share. Please join me tomorrow as we continue our Manifesting Your Dream series. Remember, set an intention before you go to bed to dream. Set an intention to remember your dreams. And then when you wake up, write them down. Use them for your inspirational journaling if you want to receive guidance, interpretation, or any further insight about the dream. And if there's anything in the dream that is calling forth for you to do. Okay? All right, y'all. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes. Peace.